Good morning, everybody. It's Tim the Tonepriest Taylor here. We got ourselves a cool old Morley Tel-Ray Wah volume pedal here on the bench. It's a good old friend of mine right here. It's kind of neat. So we got the on and off right there. And then this selects between wah and volume. So there's like no bypass from the pedal if you don't want to be wah-ing, if that's a verb. You put it into volume mode and then you just turn the volume all the way up and move on to whatever else it was you were doing. But I've already got the bottom panel taken off, and we're going to take a look in the back, see what makes her tick. We're looking inside the guts of our Morley Tel-Ray volume wah pedal here from the 1970's probably. Kind of a neat little device here, and looking at the way that this thing works, it reminds me of the old anecdote, whether or not it's true, of when NASA and the Soviet Union were sending people up into space, and they had a need to write stuff, obviously, in zero gravity. So NASA spent whatever it was, millions of dollars, to try and invent a pen that would write in zero gravity. And then the Russian solution to that problem was to just use a pencil.
It is questionable whether we can proceed.
All right, I'm cooler than you are. Why don't you fix your little problems and light this candle?
So I just figured I'd share the circuit in the guts with the world at large. It seems to be a fairly simple circuit if somebody wants to recreate it. Maybe I'll fire this up and we'll get some readings off this transformer, so you know what we need to output. So we have power coming in from the wall, going through a switch, and then we're going into, I imagine, it's going to be a step-down transformer, probably kicking out 18 volts over to here, but we'll find out in a second. We got a couple of diodes here, so probably being rectified, and then out of here, let's see here, what are we doing? Looks like, yeah, this is interesting. So we're sending juice to the negative side of this capacitor. That's interesting because this trace right here appears to be the ground bus, but I could be wrong about that. No, it's the ground bus. So that's interesting. I'm not sure why they're doing that. But anyway. So we got probably a reservoir and some filters here. We have a couple of transistors here. I'll get the what type they are in a minute. And very basic circuit right here. I'm sure somebody could trace that out, draw it out, and figure it out. What also is interesting is it looks like there's room for a whole nother pedal or a whole nother function right here. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, basic stuff. Real basic stuff. And let me show you how this thing actually works. It's pretty neat. So what's going on here is we got a little light bulb, and that's the indicator light, you know when it's on. And what that does is obviously it's going to shine light inside the body of the chassis. Right here we have a couple of LDRs, or light dependent resistors. The way these work, for example, is the darker it is, the more resistance the electrons will see when traveling through these guys. So the resistor will in effect increase in value. And there's actually another one under here as well. See that guy right there? So one's probably for the wah pedal portion of the circuit, and one's probably for the volume, maybe. But I don't know that for sure. But so we got light shining in from the indicator lamp, shining onto these LDRs, and the way we reduce light to the LDRs is just pull a curtain over it. Boom. Perfect darkness. Pull the curtain down, you got wah. Pull the curtain up like it's into those more. That's it. So that's a pretty clever and elegant way of getting the job done, I think. It's pretty redneck. I mean, look at this. This thing's built like a tank. Some improvements. We could use a 3-conductor cable. I mean, we got a nice steel chassis here. Maybe even throw in a fuse, and there's a knockout right here on the side. Nice big one where a fuse holder would fit. It's a bit of a long run, but I don't think it would make it any worse, especially with the 3-conductor cable. But other than that, she looks to be in really good shape. I'm not going to mess with her, other than maybe doing those two things, just putting in a 3-conductor cable, maybe a little fuse holder, and wailing away. Alright, let's check some values. Okay, the first transistor looks like MMPS. I don't know why the two M's are in different script, but MMPS A12. And we have emitter, base, and collector. So that's nice that they labeled that. And then the second one, if we can get it to focus. I can't read that. Hold on. That one is an A06, I believe, is what it says. So A12 and A06. We'll have to look those up on the old interweb, see what those are about. And then maybe we can get some values off these caps to help people out if they want to rebuild the circuit. 102, the code. This guy doesn't have a code. Oh, yeah, he does. Hold on. I'm not going to be able to read it through the phone, so hold on. So that second guy right there, that's 103 is the code. Then this guy that's connected to a resistor. That's not a burnt resistor, it's just shadows. God. Let's see if I can do this without breaking it. So the code on this guy right here is 103. And last but not least, this guy right here. Can we read him? Can we read him? No, hold on. So that guy right there between the two transistors. There we go, 222. Alright. And then you get all your color codes for your resistors. And then you can pause this and trace it all out. These guys were at 200 volts. That's probably overkill, but that's what they're at. And we have the big guy over here, the big electrolytic is 35 volts, and these other three are at 50 volts. So there you go. Build your own. Alright, let's take some voltage measurements off of the secondary of the transformer, see what we're pumping out here. Okay, so we got her fired up. We're giving her exactly 120 volts. And we're going to see what she's pumping out here. 29.93, so about 30 volts coming out of the secondary of the transformer. Let's see if we're rectifying. Are those diodes? Yeah, those are diodes. Hold on. So DC at the this point right here. Oh, we lost it. 33. And then at this guy right here. You see where I'm at here? We're at 73 volts DC. Interesting. Alright, so I hope that means something to somebody. And there you go. Build your own. Hope you enjoyed it.
Wow.